You know you better than I know you. And you know you better than I know you because I've never met you. I've never spoken to you. I don't know what you look like and I don't know what you're going through. And so because of that, I can't really give you advice in some ways because I don't know you. I can put suggestions out here through what I'm doing with this podcast, with me speaking and with my writing, but I can't really give you wholeheartedly say that this thing will work for you because I don't know you and I don't know what you've been through. And I'm talking about this because I've like lots of the noise that we have these days with everything. The noise about this is the way, this is the only way that you must do it. Follow my way. This is what's worked for me, so this must work for you. And I don't think it's good in some ways because we're not all the same. We're all totally different. We get all this information, especially when it comes to diet and exercise and therapies and this supplement and that supplement, and saying, yes, I've tried this, so I've had success with this, and this could work for you. And not so much that this could, sometimes it's that this is what's going to work for you, without knowing the person who's receiving that information. And so let me introduce myself. My name's Cheryl Best. I'm trained as a nutritional therapist and a yoga teacher, and I'm diagnosed with chronic diseases. And the reason why I become interested in nutrition, exercise, yoga, meditation was because I was looking for a long time of something to help me. And this was back in the 90s because I'm a dinosaur. And this was back in the 90s, and I came across a way of eating, exercising, especially using yoga and meditation and breath work, and it worked. It worked for me. But in me saying that, that's not saying that it would work for you, because you might not even like yoga. The thoughts of having to sit and meditate is probably something that you just don't want to do. You can't even imagine yourself doing. So why should I say that yoga is the thing that's going to help you? Because it might not be. You've got to be open and willing to wanting to try it at least, and then to find out that, yes, I actually really enjoy this thing. I don't know about you, but I'm the type of person that I really don't like being told what to do. I'm a kind of person that likes to kind of figure things out really on my own. I like to be able to try things, and if I like it, I'll carry on. If I don't like it, then I'm not going to do it, and I'll find something else instead. And I'm sure there's lots of people out there that's like that. I'm not very good at being told this is what you must do, and then feeling like I have to be trapped and following something to a T. No, I'm not very good with that. I just don't like when I see a lot of this stuff out there that's saying that if you eat this, then you're a bad person. And saying all this kind of stuff without really knowing the circumstances of what somebody's going through. Like, for instance, with diet, about eating the very healthy foods, and not understanding really that the person on the receiving end of that may not be able to afford a lot of this expensive food. And when I say expensive, because eating healthy, to be honest with you, eating healthy, I don't believe is an expensive thing to do. Eating healthy can be expensive when you're trying something and you're not quite sure if you like it, or if you buy stuff, which I've done, I'm sure that you've done. You've bought all your healthy stuff, it stays in your fridge or in your cupboards, and then it just stays there, and then it starts rotting, and then you have to throw all of this stuff away, and that's when it becomes an expensive game. You're thinking, okay, this week I'm going to eat broccoli this week, and then you buy the broccoli, and the broccoli stays there for a week, for 2 weeks, or whatever else, and then you have to end up throwing this stuff away. And that's when I believe eating healthy becomes an expensive game, because in your head you're telling yourself, yeah, this is what I must do, but in your heart you're like, no, I just can't eat that. You see it sitting there staring at you, and you're like, no, I really don't want that. And that's when I believe being healthy is costly. Or the gym membership, you get the gym membership and you're paying however much money for this gym membership every single month, and then you might go for a week or two, and then your head's telling you, I must go there, but your heart's like, no, I really don't like it. I really don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the environment of it. And it's just not the right environment for you. And then you might tell yourself, well, it's very costly to go to the gym. But it's not that. It's just that you don't want to do it. It doesn't excite you. With people saying that this is what you must do this exercise. Well, you can't say that because you don't know if that particular exercise is going to be something that that particular person wants to do. And the same thing with diets and eating healthy foods. How do you know that particular person is going to want to do that particular diet, or if they'll enjoy eating in this certain way, or enjoy eating these certain types of foods? So really, it's quite deep, all of this stuff. A lot of it is about what kind of state of mind you've got. This really does require a state of mind. I mean, for me, with all of my diagnoses, especially with the first two, which is PCOS and Graves' disease. I was in the mindset that I am not going to let these things beat me. And so I was going to keep going, whatever happens, you know. And that kind of state of mind can be quite difficult for a lot of people to do. And don't get me wrong, I've fallen off it, you know, I've fallen off the great mindset wagon, and then I've let things creep back. And then I'm like, no, I've got to get back on it again because I can feel all these symptoms coming back. I don't want to be in that space again. But that does take quite a lot. You know, that does take quite a lot in your mind and the way that you're being, to be able to become that type of person. And not everybody is like that. And it requires a lot of work. And it depends on your symptoms. You know, if you're lacking energy, and you know that when I lack energy, coffee is the thing that works for me, then somebody telling you to not have that cup of coffee is not going to work, because you know your body, your brain has that memory that, yeah, when I'm fatigued, I go and grab some coffee and I get some energy. And to break that cycle is so difficult. So when you're kind of listening or reading stuff that says coffee is really bad, but you know that, well, it's the only thing that's helping my fatigue at the moment, and I don't know what else to do, then you will go and grab the coffee. You know, for people who suffer with one of the diseases that I have, which is PCOS, cravings for sugary foods is a biggie. And so being told you can't have this sugary food, it's probably not going to help. It's going to take a lot of work with your mind to be able to resist having the chocolate, because your brain, your body has those memories that, yeah, when I have the chocolate, this is how I feel, you know. So yeah, it does take a huge state of mind really to work on getting over the stresses and the cravings for these certain foods, because you've got that memory of how it feels. You know that if I have this is how I feel. If I have that, this is how I feel. So yeah, you probably won't listen to it, or you will listen to it and stress over it, when in fact maybe you should have just had the coffee, or maybe you should have just had the piece of chocolate, you know. So I'm just here to say that you know yourself better than anybody else. You know, it's your choice if you wish to try this particular diet. It's your wish if you wish to try a certain type of therapy. Don't feel the need that you have to kind of conform to all of this noise that's out there that's telling you that you must do this, and if you don't do it, then you're a really bad person, or if you don't do it, you're never going to have any changes in your symptoms and whatever else, you know. And don't feel the need that you have to change absolutely everything. I think sometimes we go all in, and you know, if you're suffering with a chronic illness, that can be the worst thing that you can be doing. It's putting so much stress on your body, so much stress, and you just don't need it. So instead of changing absolutely everything, or instead of like ditching the coffee, maybe just look at, okay, maybe if I have 2 spoons of coffee, let's see if I can reduce this now to 1.5, and work your way down, you know, work your way, wean yourself off some of this stuff. Don't feel the need that, okay, I'm going straight in and I'm removing coffee straight away, because that's probably not going to be helpful for you. It's going to cause a lot of stress. So just make very small tweaks. Don't feel that you've got to change absolutely everything about your diet. Just look at maybe one thing, you know, one thing, get really good at that one thing, and then tackle the next. Don't feel that you've got to change absolutely everything. If it's exercise, don't feel that you've got to go and join a gym. And if you know that's going to be soul-sucking to go and join a gym, then just don't do it. Don't feel the need that you have to do it. There's so much stuff online. There's so much stuff on YouTube, videos and stuff, which can be 5 minutes and 10 minutes. Just work, see if you can get the bug first before going all in and then training for like hours a day, you know. Just take baby steps. So with anything that I talk about or write about, please don't feel that you have to do everything to a T. You know, you have to have a list of things and you have to tick this thing off. Yes, I've done that. Yes, I've done that. No, don't do it. It's too much stress. With people that you are listening to online or reading, again, don't take their words as the gospel, but pick out bits. You know, can I do this? Do I think this is going to work for me? Just pick out little bits. Go with your gut. Trust your gut, and just make your own decisions. You don't need to be listening to all these things, you know. And if you're like me, it's probably driving you nuts listening to all this kind of stuff, you know, being told that you must do it this way. And if you don't do it this way, then you're a bad person, or, you know, your symptoms are not going to get better, or you're not going to heal. Healing as well does take time. It does take time. And so while you're taking the time, and most likely you'll need the time, because maybe like me, your chronic illness is maybe a lifetime. You've got this thing for life. So you've got a life to be working with this thing. Just take baby steps. Don't stress yourself. Right, so I'm going to finish it there. But yeah, I find I do get quite annoyed by a lot of the stuff. I think there's just so much so much noise out there online, and then you just be thinking like, oh my God, what do I choose? And then a lot of conflicting advice as well, especially, you know, I know I've spoke about it and I've written about it, about all the different types of like dietary camps and exercise camps and therapy camps, and you know, knowing which one do I choose? Do I choose this? Do I choose this? Do I do acupuncture? Do I do massage? Do I go to the chiropractor? Do I go to the osteopath? Should I go to a nutritionist? It's so fucking much. Excuse my language, but there's so much. And yeah, I just want to say, you know, take back some control. Don't feel the need that you have to listen and be told what to do. Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Right, okay. So I will finish it there. So you have a fantastic, glorious day. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.